Hola friends, we are on part 9, Surviving on Narcissist, How I Became a Single Mom. Alright, do not relax your boundaries for anyone. Always recognize the red flags. Always recognize and pay attention to those red flags. Like I said, if they'll do it to the other person, they'll do it to you too. Next, the power of self-care. I learned the power of self-care. Prioritize your own needs and well-being is essential for recovery and long-term happiness. All right, so one of the things, because I've been diagnosed with childhood. Okay, because I've been diagnosed with childhood PTSD, I have anxiety, and I am always, sometimes, not always, sometimes I overgeneralize, and sometimes I put people in the same category. So one of the things that the narcissist took advantage of is the fact that I try my best to give people the benefit of the doubt. I try to give them a chance upon chance upon chance upon chance. But if I would have been prioritizing my needs ahead of other people's needs and my happiness ahead of other people's happiness, then I would not have done that, and that relationship would have never happened. I was not worried about what I needed, even though I was saying it, even though I was telling myself, that I'm doing what I want to do, I'm trying to make myself happy. That's not what I was doing. I was still worrying about another person's happiness before my own. Now, like I said, as a Christian, this is one of the things that we're taught. Treat others the way you want to be treated. You should always think about what you do before you do it, what effect it's going to have on other people. It's okay to make sure that you think about what you do before you do it, and it's okay to think about what effect it's going to have on other people, but you're not supposed to put yourself at a detriment when doing that. Like, you're not supposed to, okay, because this makes this person happy, so that means that you have to suffer and you have to be in pain just because it makes the other person happy. That is not the definition of compromise. That is not the definition of putting others before yourself. Basically, you're abusing yourself, and then you're allowing them to abuse you too, because that is one of the things that a narcissist does as well. Is they're going to take advantage of you. They're going to take advantage of that trait that you have, of putting others' needs ahead of your own, because they already know that you're more concerned with how they feel than you are about how you feel. So you'll basically put yourself in danger or put yourself in detriment just to make them happy. So if they're doing something that makes you uncomfortable, you'll deal with it, or you'll put up with it anyway. For example, one thing that the narcissist used to do, he used to speed, like literally with speed, doing like 90, 100 miles an hour. It's a song that just came out, Wild Ones. I got a thing for the Wild Ones, doing about 102. Like literally, almost every time I got in a car with the narcissist, I literally had to tell him, slow down, over and over and over, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. So much so, till my brother got in the car with us. The very first time my brother came to visit, my brother got in the car with us, and he literally, like, he had kind of stopped doing it. He would do like 80, he would do like 70 or 80, maybe 90. But when my brother got in the car with us that day, he was trying to show off, and he was doing like 100 and some miles an hour going down the interstate in Birmingham, Alabama, going down the interstate 100 some miles an hour. So I'm constantly saying, like, look, what are you doing? Like, you're putting us at risk, you're putting the children at risk. But he didn't care, because it was fun, it was funny to him, and it was a good time to him. Even though it made me uncomfortable, he was still doing it anyway. Even though I told him, no, you can't do that, he still did it anyway. All those things, crossing the boundaries, red flag. So it's like, why would I let you take my children in the car with you while I lay down, so I don't feel good, and I'm at home trying to lay down and get some rest, and you say, well, I just take them with me. No, I don't want you to take them with you, because you like to do 90, 100 miles an hour. You don't like to wear a seatbelt. You don't like to make sure they're buckled in their car seats properly. So it's actually more stressful if I let them go in the car with you. So why would I let them go in the car with you? And you're making unsafe choices with yourself. So you in turn gonna make unsafe choices with them. And they are children. They cannot speak up for themselves. So why am I gonna lay at home in pain and then be stressed out too? I would rather keep them at home with me. So that is one of the things that he did that made me feel uncomfortable. But it actually caused me physical pain if I had to drive. If I was having a bad day and I wasn't physically able to drive, I literally had to get in the car with him, even though I knew that he was making unsafe choices. If I wanted to get from A to B, or if I needed a certain thing, I literally had to deal with that, being uncomfortable with his unsafe choices because of my physical condition. So that is one of the things that I should not have done, and I will never do again. I am not going to put myself or my children in any type of danger or detriment just because I'm worrying about how the other person feels, or what they're going to say, or what they're going to think about it. The other thing, if I tell you not to raise your voice at me or not to use profanity around me, I'm not dealing with that. I'm not going to put up with that. I don't want to listen to it. I don't want my children to listen to it. I'm not going to worry about how it makes you feel, whether you're young or whether you're old. If something or a situation makes me uncomfortable, I have to literally set my boundary and not allow you to cross it. That is another thing that I learned. Also, I'm teaching my children the same thing as well. Because as soon as you relax your boundaries, like I said, if you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. So that it was like the key thing that I learned in that relationship. If you give them an inch, they will take a mile. Especially if they're a narcissist. So don't give them an inch. If you don't give them an inch, then they can't take a mile. Also, yeah, self-care is not just putting your needs before theirs. Self-care is also doing things that are going to make you happy in the long term. Sometimes people think of self-care like, you know, getting your hair done, getting your nails done. But if that's what you think of, if that makes you happy, do that then. Go get your nails done. Go get your hair done. Make sure you dress nice. Exercise. Eat healthy. That's self-care as well. Your mental is also self-care. If you need to remove yourself from a toxic situation, remove yourself from that toxic situation. Take yourself, your children, and don't be in that toxic situation. A lot of times, if I feel something is getting toxic, I will get in the car, I will put them in the car, and we will drive around, listen to music. We'll go to Sonic. I'll get them, they love grilled cheese, get them a grilled cheese sandwich, get myself a cherry limeade, add orange juice. That is one thing that I will do. I will turn the music up loud in the car and drown all that negativity and toxicity out, and we'll do like a reset, refresh. Also, it's a grounding technique that I learned from my therapist. I'll share that later. And lastly, the last thing, on to the last thing now. The last thing that I learned, the value of support networks. The main thing that a narcissist will do will try to isolate you, or basically keep you all to themselves. They'll claim it's like, oh, I just want you all to myself. They love you so much, they care about you so much. That's not it. They're just trying to isolate you because they don't want you to be able to bounce any ideas off other people or anybody else to get in your ear to make you realize and recognize what they're doing to you. As long as they keep you by yourself and to yourself and in this little bubble, the little love bubble, whatever you want to call it, don't do that. Don't fall for that. Don't do that. They often isolate you from your support system. Reconnecting with and leaning on trusted individuals provides emotional support and perspective, adding in your recovery process. So you need an outside eye or an outside ear to be able to bounce ideas off of and to make sure that you are not going crazy. Because if you're in a relationship with a narcissist, it doesn't matter how intelligent you are, it will make you feel like you are literally going crazy, or like literally going outside your mind and outside your body. Because like I said, if you look at the sky and it's blue, and then they tell you, no, it's not blue, and will argue up and down and tell you that the sky's not blue, and you know you're looking at it and it's blue in the cloud, and you see clouds, and they say, no, it looks like it's about to rain, but all you see is the sun and the clouds. So you need to have a support system. Do not isolate yourself, and if you have become isolated, start reaching back out. If you have anxiety and different things like I have, it may be hard to reach out. It may be hard to trust or rely on a network, but you have to do what you can, even if it's just one person. Some people vent on Facebook. I don't do that, but you need to have some type of support system. But my series is coming to an end. Thank you for listening. I survived a narcissist. You can too. Hopefully I was able to help you. I know this has helped me a whole lot. And I know that if nobody else is proud of me, I know my children are proud of me, and my therapist. All right, thank you guys.